Hello everyone and welcome into today's reaction video. Today I will be watching the movie Batman from the year 1989 and I am so excited for you to join me today. Make sure your drinks and your snacks are all ready to go. And before I get into the movie, if you are someone that skips introductions to videos, please do not skip what I'm about to say. I have a huge transparent disclaimer to make about this reaction. And that is that the first 40 minutes of this movie I have already seen. It was like 4 hours ago. I sat down to record this reaction and everything was fine. I was enjoying the movie, and then all of a sudden I looked over at my recording software and I noticed that my audio was not working the way it should be. So I immediately paused the movie and I got to work to fix the issue. And then as I was doing that, the power went out and my power was out here for about 2 hours. And by the time it came back, I was overwhelmed, I was stressed, I was frustrated, and I didn't know how to proceed with this reaction. I considered using the footage that I had recorded, but the problem with that is that viewers on YouTube, myself included, we can forgive lower quality video. That's fine. What we can't forgive is lower quality audio. If the audio is not good, people will not watch your video, and I do consider myself one of those people. If the audio is bothering me, I will not watch, and it didn't feel right for me to provide footage with messed up audio for a video of mine. So that's ultimately the reason that I am deciding to re-record. I will make it very, very clear in this reaction the moment that we go from what I have seen to what I haven't seen, so that you all know the exact scene that happened. For the moments that I have already seen, I do plan on repeating a lot of what I had said 4 hours ago when I was watching this movie for the first time, but I did just want to let you know that it is technically a second watch. And I do just want to deeply apologize for this. Normally I am so good about checking my audio settings and making sure that everything is fine before I start watching a movie. I think today my brain just went, the last time you watched and recorded a movie, it was fine, it'll be fine today. And then it wasn't. Windows went and messed up my settings and I failed to double check that. I feel really bad, but I hope that this video is still a good and entertaining watch for you all. With that disclaimer out of the way, I am going to talk about what I knew about this movie before I started watching it. I knew that this movie was directed by Tim Burton, and I'm actually really excited because I've never seen any Tim Burton movies before. I've always wanted to check out some of his stuff and I just haven't gotten around to it, so this is officially my first Tim Burton movie, and I am excited to see his style fully and kind of get an understanding about what his movies are all about. I also knew that this movie starred Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne and Batman, and I knew that Jack Nicholson was cast as Joker, and there was a scene that I had seen from this movie way back when I was a child. It was the 2-minute scene where Batman drops Joker into Jack Nicholson's character into the metal pit of acid, and that's how he becomes Joker. I had seen that scene before a very, very long time ago. I didn't know it was from this movie. I kind of just put 2 and 2 together that it was. But outside of that, I did not know the story of this movie or if any other characters from the Batman world would appear in this movie. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I still don't know what's coming because there's still a whole hour, 20 minutes that I haven't seen. So I'm excited to watch it. And just to recap what I have seen in the Batman world, it's only been 2 other things. My first Batman experience was the TV show Gotham. And I only started watching that because Ben McKenzie was playing the main character, James Gordon. And I love Ben McKenzie, but the TV show I ended up loving. I loved the characters, I loved the world of Gotham, I loved the stories that were going on in the show. It's still something that I really love today. And then the only other Batman media I've consumed is the Dark Knight trilogy, which I actually just watched a few months ago here on the channel. If you want to go see those reactions, link is in the description or here in the corner. And I loved the Dark Knight trilogy. I had a feeling I would because Christopher Nolan directed them all and I love his movies. But the Dark Knight trilogy was really good. Loved Heath Ledger, loved Christian Bale, loved Anne Hathaway, loved Michael Caine. Everyone just did such a great job in their roles. The stories were good, the characters were great. It was awesome. For this movie today, I know to keep it very separate from anything else that I've seen. I know that it's very different, and because I have seen the first 40 minutes or so, I can very much tell that it is a very different thing. And the last thing I have to say is that if you are someone that prefers to watch along to the entire movie with me, if you have your own copy of the film, you can sign up on Patreon to get access to the entire full-length uncut reaction. It's only $2 Canadian per month, and with that, you also get access to every other full-length uncut reaction to all the movies and TV show episodes that I've watched in the past. I thank you so much for joining me today, and it is officially time to press play. definitely a thing of the 80s. Gotham looks so good. I love the vibes of this city. It's bustling, it's busy, it's unique looking. It just feels exciting. Like, look at all these people. There are so many people here. Okay, so one thing I have to mention, I thought that this family was a young Bruce Wayne with Thomas and Martha Wayne.
For God's sake, Harold, can we please just get a taxi?
And then she says Harold, and I'm like, well, that's not his name.
Don't scream. I heard the bat got him.
The bat? Oh, man, give me a break, will you?
No shit. It was all over the pavement.
I love the way that Batman just enters a room. I think the best part for me is the way that he lifts his arms up with the bat cape. It doesn't seem intimidating to me, and I wonder if that's almost the point.
Don't kill me! Don't kill me, man!
I'm not going to kill you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
It was around this point of the movie, like we're only a few minutes in, but it was around this point that I just remember thinking like the music is very prominent in this movie.
Are synonymous with crime.
Seeing Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent, big surprise to me. Was not expecting that.
Police Commissioner Gordon has informed me that he has targeted those businesses.
Oh, I just noticed that Bruce Wayne was supposed to have a seat at that table. His name tag was there, but he was not. Did not notice that the first time.
And shed the light of the law on that nest of vipers.
I still hope that we get to see Harvey Dent as Two-Face in this movie. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I just kind of want to see Billy D. Williams in that getup.
If this clown could touch Grissom, I'd have handed him his lungs by now.
If Grissom knew about us, he might hand you something.
Don't flatter yourself, Angel. You can't run this city without me.
You don't worry about anything, do you, Jack? You look fine.
I didn't ask.
That little back and forth is so interesting to me because it's like, she's giving you a compliment. Compliments aren't something you ask for.
No. Let me guess. Giant, menacing, supernatural form. Kind of like a bat.
Yeah, that's it.
Christ. Knox.
Hello, Lieutenant Eckhart. I hear we just had us another bat attack.
Sorry, Knox. These two slipped on a banana peel.
A banana peel that was bat-shaped.
They say he can't be killed.
You're full of shit, Knox. You can quote me on that.
Crime boss, mob boss. Nope. It's just Jack. I feel like he is still like a mob boss of some sort, even though it is the other guy.
Harvey Dent has been sniffing around one of our front companies.
I answer to Grissom, not to psychos.
You're an A1 nut boy. Grissom knows it.
I feel like Jack wants to replace Grissom and be like the top boss guy, but this guy is getting paid by Grissom. I love that before he becomes Joker, like you can see the Jokerisms in him when he's playing Jack. And I love that.
We are going to celebrate this 200th anniversary proudly and publicly.
We may be celebrating in bankruptcy court. This festival is $250,000 in the red, and we haven't seen one balloon.
It's expensive.
Knox, I got something for you.
Poor Knox. Nobody believes.
Hello, Lex.
Hi, I'm Vicki Vale. I'm here to see some of the wildlife in Gotham City. My pictures, your words, Pulitzer Prize material. Just think.
Okay, you're a visionary. You're also the only one who believes me.
Son of a bitch makes a connection with us and with Axis Chemicals. We should move immediately.
I say we break into the place, trash the office, and make off with the records and say it was industrial espionage.
Jack just wants to cause mayhem.
I'd like you to handle this operation personally.
Me?
Hello, sweetheart. I wonder if you'd mind waiting in the next room.
Is she playing both of them? I didn't catch that the first time, but maybe she is. I also love the purple suit on him a lot. Looks so good. And I don't know how I feel about him. He kind of weirds me out.
Police department. Get me Lieutenant Eckhart.
Wayne Manor in this movie looks super good too. Doesn't even look like a house. Oh, Alfred. He's like truly being a butler in this.
Could you tell me which of these guys is Bruce Wayne?
Well, I'm not sure.
Thanks, Annie.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure why he lied just then. Maybe he's trying to get a feel for her first before being like, hi, I'm Bruce Wayne.
Your Honor, great suit.
No comment.
Nobody's going on record for you, Knox.
Napier's cleaning out Axis Chemicals.
Why wasn't I told about this? Who's in charge?
Eckhart, sir.
Oh, my God.
Commissioner Gordon.
Oh yeah, Commissioner Gordon is definitely in this room where the doors were closed and the lights were off.
Remember, the more they've got, the less they're worth. Oh, where'd this come from?
I have no idea.
It's Japanese.
How do you know?
Because I bought it in Japan.
Who are you?
Oh, sorry. Bruce Wayne. Hi.
She's like, excuse me.
Vicky Vale.
Bruce Wayne.
Are you sure?
Yeah, this time. Anyway, are you going to be staying in Gotham for a while?
I'd love to. I'm intrigued by Alex's giant bat story, so I've done some.
Oh, right. The Batman.
Commissioner Gordon was compelled to leave.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Very unexpectedly, sir.
Will you two excuse me?
I love Alfred in this movie. I love that Bruce has this whole like monitoring setup back here. Cameras and microphones everywhere. Won't miss a thing.
Shoot to kill.
I don't like Eckhart either. I mean, corrupt cop, of course. Nobody likes a corrupt cop. Looking like a pretty empty safe to me. Just a few folders. Once again, the music is A++. Okay, so when this fight sequence started with the shooting, it immediately made me think of the game 007 GoldenEye for Nintendo 64 because the high-pitched shooting sounds from this sound just like the high-pitched shooting sounds in the game.
This is Commissioner Gordon. I want him taken alive.
This is very chaotic. And I'm also now just realizing how much smoke there is in this movie, in so many of the scenes. Now they all know that Batman exists and is real. Also in that shot, you could literally see the harness that he was wearing.
Jesus! Let him go, or I'll do Gordon.
Gotta be quicker than that, Jack.
Eckhart, think about the future.
Well, rest in peace, Eckhart. That was a scene that I had seen before as a kid, from the moment that he like went over the railing into the pit. And this is just like, it's so performative. Because like you can still see him leaving. The smoke is just for the cool effect. I love the cards with his hand coming out, all like messed up. That shot is really cool.
Wayne, no.
I knew you were gonna say
The guy's a stiff. He's a rich stiff, but you can do much better.
Thanks for being so concerned.
Just let her go on her date. Imagine a first date. 1, having soup. 2, sitting this far away from your date, where you have to do this to talk to them. Also, let me know in the comments if you're like me. I think that there are certain foods that you should not eat on a first date. Soup is definitely one of them. I would also say pasta, but it depends on the pasta type. Spaghetti, no. Penne, sure, that would work. Just anything messy, it's kind of a no. Or anything slurpy.
Do you like eating in here?
Oh, yeah. You wanna know the truth? I don't think I've ever been in this room before.
Imagine living in such a big house for your entire life that there are rooms that you never went into. Although I can't tell, maybe he was just joking. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Master Bruce, leading his gray pony with me on its back.
This is a much more intimate setting. It's cozy. They're not eating soup. It's a small room. They're next to each other. It is good.
But please leave everything. I'll tidy up in the morning.
I have loved Alfred in every single thing I've watched so far. I loved Alfred in Gotham. I loved Alfred in the Dark Knight trilogy, and I like Alfred here. All three Alfreds are very different, but they're all wonderful.
What about your family?
Actually, Alfred is my family.
You know, this house and all this stuff really doesn't seem like you at all.
Some of it is very much me. Some of it isn't.
That dining room is definitely not you.
No, the dining room isn't.
Very sweet.
Let's see how we did.
His hands remind me of Mickey Mouse hands. Imagine getting surgery in a place like this with these kind of tools. Ugh. Gross. Jack Nicholson's Joker laugh is very good. And it was this scene where I was like, okay, I'm definitely gonna like his Joker. We're a little drunk over here.
I feel a little drunk. And you're not anything.
Hey, one drink and I'm flying.
Ooh la 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 la. This guy does have a nice view out of this room, though.
That you, Sugar Bumps? Who the hell are you?
It's me, Sugar Bumps.
Thank God you're alive. I heard you'd been
Fried, you set me up over a woman. A woman! You must be insane.
Your life won't be worth spit!
I've been dead once already. It's very liberating. You should think of it as therapy.
Maybe we can cut a deal.
Jack is dead, my friend. You can call me Joker. And as you can see, I'm a lot happier.
I love the way that he talks as Joker. His voice sounds so good. And I feel like Heath Ledger was influenced by him a little bit in the way that he speaks.
What a day.
Another thing too is I've always wanted to see this movie because I know that Cameron Monaghan, when he was playing, what was the character's name? Jerome Valeska in Gotham. I know that Cameron also used Jack Nicholson's Joker as inspiration for when he acted in that show. And so I can see a little bit of that too. It's really cool when actors kind of like take inspiration from other actors that have acted the same characters. This is so weird. Imagine going on a really nice date with a man, you end up sleeping with him, and then all of a sudden you wake up and you hear this like metal sound and you look over and you see that.
Terrorizes.
I will say that the way that Joker physically looks in this movie is definitely not my favorite. Like the smile's fine, but the makeup doesn't really sit with me, even though I know that it's not supposed to be makeup, but.
How about lunch at my place?
No, I can't. I can't make it. I've got a very important meeting today.
Bye.
Oh, Bruce.
I'll talk to you guys when you get back.
Back, Miss Vale? We're going to be here for quite a while.
Alfred ruining Bruce's lie.
Honey, you'll never believe what happened to me today. Until Grissom resurfaces. I'm the acting president.
And what's with that stupid grin?
Well,
Life's been good to me.
at least he has really nice teeth.
If we can't do business, why, we'll just shake hands and that'll be it.
Oh, there'll be a hot time in the old town tonight.
Favorite Joker moment so far is this, with him singing and burning the sky to a crisp.
Antoine got a little hot under the collar.
I do like this purple suit with the blue.
follow that reporter, Knox. Take your camera. See what he knows about this Batman. You are my number one guy.
Yes, sir.
I love him.
I'm glad you did.
I'm losing confidence in you. I thought we were a team.
I'm jealous that you're with Bruce Wayne.
There's nothing in these files. No photos, no histories, no nothing. Who's this guy?
All right, it's around here that it's gonna go from what I have seen to what I haven't seen. I don't recall seeing this. I think I paused the movie right after that scene with Knox and Vale. So this is all new. Yeah, all right. Now, welcome into the first time watching reaction. Vale is so curious about where he's going. And I'm also curious about where he's going because I don't know where he's going. Hotel that is broken down, not open. Flowers. I'm confused about what this means. Unless he had a feeling she was following him and that was simply for her.
Mr. Grissom asked me, as a personal favor, to take over the operation of his businesses until he returns.
You two must have been very close.
Very close.
Did you do a little time together as children?
Oh my God. This isn't good.
Grissom's signature is perfectly legitimate.
It is legitimate.
Oh, there we go.
He reached up with his dead hand and signed it in his own.
What is Joker's plan? Also, I kind of love this look on him.
Time to pay the check.
Whoa.
Can somebody tell me what kind of a world we live in where a man dressed up as a bat gets all of my press? This town needs an enema.
It's so silly and I love it.
Miss Vale telephoned. She was rather concerned.
Miss Vale telephoned.
I just found out Jack Napier's still alive. He's running Grissom's men. I need all the information the police have on him.
So is that what he was doing when he told Vale that he was going out of town? Was his intention to try and see if Jack was still alive? And then he did find out that he was, so. Is this where Vicky lives? This is a really nice place.
Find out what's so special about the alley at Pearl and Phillip Streets.
Oh, did Bruce leave roses where his parents got? Yeah, okay. That's probably what it is. And there were 2 roses, one for mom, one for dad. That's what I'm gonna guess. What is he doing? It looks like he's doing arts and crafts. Look at the hot pink bucket with the crayons.
Stop the press. Who is that? That's Vicky Vale. She's dating some guy named Wayne.
She's about to trade up to get a new girl, Bobby.
Oh boy. Yeah, she's totally gonna go for you, Joker. The music right now sounds like a Disney movie, like Cinderella or something. And then just him twirling.
The fashion world was stunned today by the sudden deaths of models Candy Walker and Amanda Keeler. Cause of death has been attributed to a violent allergic reaction, although authorities have not ruled out the possibility of drug use.
3 mysterious deaths at a beauty parlor in...
Has she been poisoned?
With a new secret ingredient.
Smiley.
What is this?
This is so creepy.
You bought him already.
Oh no. So the chemical got put into like everyday products?
Assault with a deadly weapon, age 15, results of psychological probe.
I love that Bruce is so wealthy that he can just stroll up to the police department, or Alfred could rather, and just be like, can you please give us everything you have on X person? And they're like, yeah, here you go.
Chemistry. Alfred, let's go shopping.
Yes, sir.
Cosmetic scare in Gotham.
With no clues as to the Joker's deadly weapon.
Didn't the newspaper just say cosmetics?
Sir, a message from Miss Vale. She'll be 10 minutes late in meeting you at the museum.
I'm not meeting her today.
Well, then what's that message from? Was it him? Maybe? That's creepy. That is very creepy. Oh no, is she waiting for like a long time? Oh dear.
This just arrived for you.
I wouldn't trust that. It's like a 4-year-old wrote urgent in crayon. I put this on right now. I don't, oh, okay. Okay, get it on, Vicky. Put it on right now. Now. Damn. Are they all dead or just passed out? Oh my God, this.
Gentlemen, let's broaden our.
The boombox. Oh my God. This is kind of incredible. Okay, when the opening credits said something about music and songwriting by Prince, I was like, what? The new king in town. All makes sense now. I feel like Joker is truly just living his like kindergarten fantasy right now. This must have been so fun to film. Oh, okay. This all makes sense now. This whole thing was done by Joker to get with her on a date.
Crap.
Joker, this is not the way to get with a woman.
The bodies, you give it all such a glow. I don't know if it's art, but I like it.
I am the world's first fully functioning homicidal artist.
What do you want?
You.
My face on the $1 bill.
Not that.
You must be joking.
Do I look like I'm joking?
You will take pictures and record my work. You will join me in the avant-garde.
So, what can I do for you?
Tell me, what do you know about?
I don't know anything about Batman.
Really?
You're insane.
I thought I was a Pisces. Come on.
That was my favorite line in the entire movie so far. You're insane. I thought I was a Pisces. Is he just faking it?
Boo.
Hey.
Get in the car.
Which one?
The Batmobile.
Let's go. Shields.
Fancy. I also love how even the vehicles match Joker's aesthetic. The guy is all about color coordination and being flamboyant and colorful and out there.
Hold on.
She was like, oh, great.
See that thing on my belt? Grab it. Whatever you do, don't let go.
What is that?
Some kind of body armor.
Take off the mask. Sure!
Thank goodness. That screaming of his was driving me crazy.
Where are we going?
I don't know why, but to me, he does not look like Michael Keaton with the mask on. What are you doing, Vicky? I feel like she's really analyzing him. Well, that was fancy. I feel like she's got to make the connection at some point because she literally saw Bruce Wayne hanging upside down like a bat. Also, I wonder if this is directly under Wayne Manor. I'm going to assume yes, just because it's kind of what we saw or what I've seen in oh yeah, okay, this answers my question. It is.
They're looking for one product. The Joker's tainted hundreds of chemicals at the source.
I feel like she's getting I feel like she's got a hunch.
The poison only works when the components are mixed. Hairspray won't do it alone, but hairspray mixed with lipstick and perfume.
How did you figure this out?
Take that to the press.
A lot of people think you're as dangerous as the Joker. You're not exactly normal, are you?
There is something else you have that I want.
Oh, he took the film.
Oh, I was really confused about why he did that.
If I bring something to you, can we make the evening edition?
Just barely. Is it hot?
Oh, yeah.
Avoid the following combinations. Safe products are flying in as Gotham City goes on a forced fast. And all of Gotham is wondering what to make of Batman.
We've got a flying mouse to kill.
Sir, Miss Vale called again. Dare I suggest that your present course of action might simply strengthen her resolve? Perhaps you could try telling her the truth.
Maybe Vale becomes Catwoman. That'd be fun.
Hi. May I come in?
She's a little upset with you, Bruce. She lives in a very nice apartment.
Listen, I came over to clear a few things.
I don't know who you think you are. You hurt me. You lied to me about leaving town.
Well, let me tell you why.
Let me tell you. Dinner, I thought we
Right.
felt something,
Well,
and I
if you give me a
trusted you,
chance to
and I even slept with you. I can't believe I did
Well,
that. And then you wouldn't return my phone calls? You must be some kind of jerk.
You're a real nice girl, and I like you a lot. But for right now, shut up. I have something I have to tell you. You know how people have different sides to their personality? Sometimes a person will have to actually lead a different life.
Oh my God, you're married.
No, I'm not married.
I'm Batman. I feel like he's really trying to like get himself comfortable enough to spit it out. But listening to this is hard. Just spit it out. You're Batman. Easy.
You can tell me.
Okay.
Of course. Always.
I'll be right back.
He's not gonna tell her, is he? Oh no. Okay, Bruce, you gotta help her out here.
You ran off with that sideshow phony. Another rooster in the henhouse. Take thy beak from out my heart.
This guy holding the boombox is amazing.
Let me tell you about this guy I know, Jack. Made mistakes. And then he had us.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Oh my God.
I always ask that of all my prey. Never rub another man's rhubarb.
Oh, smart. Okay. Although I feel like a bullet would be able to penetrate that. No? Yeah, okay. I had a feeling that that was it. It was the place where his parents died.
Parents were murdered in that alley. That's why I went there.
What do you suppose something like this does to a kid?
Trauma and emotional damage.
What's on your mind, Alfred? I have no wish to fill my few remaining years grieving for the loss of old friends or their sons.
Is Alfred leaving? That sounded like Alfred saying he was done.
The 200th anniversary birthday gala has been indefinitely postponed. We simply cannot guarantee public safety.
Joker here.
No.
At midnight, I will dump $20 million in cash on the crowd.
Of course, now everyone's paying attention.
With me in one corner and in the other corner, the man who has brought real terror to Gotham City, Batman. Can you hear me? Just the two of us, mano y mano.
This is the flashback.
You ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight?
Let go, Jack!
Interesting. Oh, hi, Vale. Surprise, I'm Batman.
Loved you since I met you.
Aw.
But I don't know what to think of all this.
Look, sometimes I don't know what to think about this. It's just something I have to do because nobody else can.
Are we gonna try to love each other?
I'd like to.
Very cute.
I've got to go to work.
Oh, okay. Let's love each other when Joker is dealt with and gone. Except I don't think that's happening in this movie. Whoa.
Junior
Batman! Miss me?
I guess when you have millions of dollars, you can afford your own helicopter. What is the song? Oh my god. Oh man, this is silly. I think I would have enjoyed, like, I'm having fun with this movie. I think I would have enjoyed it way more as a child. So I kind of regret not watching it when I was a kid, but it's never too late. I think my favorite part about Joker, it is him, but I love his men that are with him. Like the guy holding the boombox. It must be fun to work for Joker when you do things like this. And also it would be fun to throw money at citizens of a city. Just be like, here, I don't need this money. You have it. Joker is an elite, wealthy man who wants to share it.
Gotham's greed.
Is it greed though, or is it just redistributing the wealth? Because I see it as redistributing the wealth. Wait a second. Batman has his own plane. Yeah, I love the way Gotham looks in this movie. It's really good.
And where is the Batman?
Not so fast. He's on his way. There he is.
Mask.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Where I relieve you, the little people, of the burden of your fail.
Yeah, okay. And let me give you money and let me get your hopes up. Just to kill you in the end. Or poison you or whatever. Not good.
He's going to kill everybody! Get in the car. No! Get in the car!
My balloons. Those are my balloons.
Not anymore, Joker. They're Batman's balloons now.
He stole my balloons!
Joker really be out here as a 5-year-old in an old man's bod? No, Bob. Rest in peace, Bob. I loved you. Like, I don't know. To me, this Joker feels like a Joker you'd actually want to party with and have a good time with, whereas like Heath Ledger's Joker is actually frightening and intimidating and scary. This guy, like, I just want to go have a drink with him and dance on the dance floor and listen to some good music. And I feel like I could dress super flamboyantly around him and he'd hype me up and support me and be like, I love your dress. Where did you get it? How was your aim right on him and you shoot all these things and miss? You had that in your pants the whole time. Also, you think that Batman's plane would be the same level of protected as his car? And what, one bullet from Joker's gun makes this happen? I don't buy it.
Darling.
No.
I've got to get you to the church on time.
Way to make your presence known, Batman. Can we just admire that all three of them are going up an incredible amount of stairs and are not out of breath? They're not huffing and puffing. They're the three most fit individuals in all of Gotham.
You men go that way. All of you.
Oh gosh. Well, so much for the cops getting up there.
It can be truly said that I have a bat in my belfry.
His voice is so good.
Shall we dance?
That was extra. Oh no. This music makes me want to like sway like this. It is not a happy moment.
Without you, I just wouldn't want to go on.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Where'd he go? Nice. All right.
It's as though we were made for each other.
Oh yeah, so made for each other. What is she thinking? Oh. Even he's surprised.
You say such beautiful names. Oh, I love purple.
Excuse me. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? I'm gonna kill you.
You idiot! You made me, remember?
Ew.
You killed my parents.
What?
I made you. You made me first. How childish can you get, huh?
Ah.
Here, let me lend you a hand.
Don't trust him.
Well, it's time to retire.
I didn't think any of his guys were still alive, but
Sometimes I just kill myself.
oh heck. I don't think he's hanging on for much longer. Yikes, dude. Joker is malfunctioning? Sounds like a recording. Sure is. That's creepy.
Our police have rounded up all the Joker's men. The reign of crime is over.
Well, what about our Pulitzer Prize? What about your picture of Batman?
Take care, Elliot.
Please inform the citizens of Gotham that Gotham City has earned the rest from crime. But if the forces of evil should rise again to cast a shadow on the heart of the city.
He gave us a signal.
Cool.
I thought champagne would be in order, ma'am.
Alfred's the best. This is a good closing shot. I like this. The end? The end. There we go. All right, so that was Batman from the year 1989, and my overall thoughts is that this movie was really silly, very flamboyant, but very entertaining. It's definitely not a bad movie in my eyes, but I wouldn't consider it a great movie. When it comes to the story, I do really enjoy the focus on Joker. Joker to me is just such an interesting character, so I do appreciate the focus on him. It reminded me a lot of The Dark Knight because Joker is very heavily focused in that movie as well. So yeah, I thought that was great. Before I started recording this, I did look up a couple of things that I was still confused on despite watching the scenes more than once. The first thing that I was confused about is Jack Napier's role at the start of the film. I thought that he was like a competing crime boss to Grissom. I did not realize that he was actually the second in command. That all makes sense to me now. The second thing that I was confused about was Alicia's role. I thought that she was Jack's wife because the very first scene that we see her in is with Jack. So I was very confused by that whole thing, and then I came to learn and realize that she was actually Grissom's mistress, and that's the whole reason why Grissom sent Jack to do the chemical task. Maybe this is just me, but both of those things did not come across clearly to me, even though I saw those scenes twice in one day. After I got those two things clarified for myself, I decided to continue reading, and one of the things I want to talk about next is the visuals of Gotham in this movie. Personally, I loved Gotham's appearance in this movie. If you watched my Dark Knight trilogy reactions, you'll know that I only liked Gotham in the first one, Batman Begins. And for the two movies after that, I felt that Gotham looked too much like a normal city. It was very New York-y and Chicago-y with like no uniqueness to it whatsoever, and I didn't personally care for that. I also really loved Gotham's appearance and how it was portrayed in the TV show Gotham. I thought that the city was still very New York-y and Chicago-y, but it did have some unique aspects to it that I felt were missing in 2 of the 3 Dark Knight movies. So I was really interested to read that their intention was to mix clashing architectural styles to make Gotham City the ugliest and bleakest metropolis imaginable. We imagined what New York City might have become without a planning commission, a city run by crime with a riot of architectural styles, an essay in ugliness, as if hell erupted through the pavement and kept on going. I do not get that from this Gotham in this movie, and I completely disagree with all of that. I really enjoyed the clashing of styles. I felt that Gotham, it still looked like a city to me, but it looked like a super flamboyant and fun city. I believe it's called like Art Deco is what the style is called, or one of the styles used in this particular movie with Gotham, but I don't know. I just found the architecture super interesting, and I don't think that Gotham City was ugly and bleak at all. I literally said at the start of the movie with that opening scene that I was like, wow, Gotham feels super lively and fun, and look how many people are outside. So yeah, to recap, I loved Gotham in this movie. And that is all. Next, let's talk about the music. The mix of like your standard big screen movie music mixed with Prince's flamboyant and fun songs was really interesting. I saw here online that the movie did end up coming out with 2 soundtracks, one with Prince's stuff and then the other with Elfman's stuff, and I'm glad that they both did well. Next, I just want to quickly touch on the fact that like, okay, this movie is a little bit dated, so as I was watching it, I did notice things that I probably shouldn't maybe have seen, like harnesses for certain scenes that were there. Did notice them, of course. I found them pretty obvious. And anytime that people were falling, I felt like the animations of it was a little bit awkward. Again, it's because of the time, but it's really a minor thing that at the end of the day doesn't really impact the viewing experience too much, at least for me. I was very interested in seeing the initial critical response to this movie, and I'm kind of cracking up at how a lot of people thought that this movie was dark. I mean, yes, there were many scenes that you could call dark, but I think for myself, being a 90s child, I've seen a lot of dark movies in my time, and this movie is not at all something that I would consider dark. I saw that people criticized the Prince songs in this movie, which I do think is fair. They commented that it felt very out of place, but the thing is, the Prince songs played during scenes where Joker was being very silly, like the museum scene with like the paint everywhere, and then the centennial or the bicentennial float where he was like throwing money to all the citizens. Like, those scenes were the scenes to have those kind of songs, and to me it didn't really feel out of place. Like, you can't say the music feels out of place when the music suits the scene. You would have to say the scene is out of place, but the scene isn't even really out of place because that's who Joker is. He's flamboyant, he's silly, he wants to make a show, he's a spectacle, he's a performer. Like, so yeah, that's a criticism that personally I do not agree with it. What's interesting to me is I kept reading and I saw a line in here quoted by Burton that he's saying that he's bored by this movie. It's his own movie and he's bored by it. Kind of feel bad that that's how he feels about this movie, but oh well, it is what it is. For me, the fun in this movie, the best parts of this movie was every scene with Jack Nicholson, literally from the beginning of the movie all the way through to the end. He was such a phenomenal actor in this movie, and I think that he played Joker so well. Even though I haven't read the Batman comics, I feel like Jack Nicholson's portrayal of Joker was truly bringing the comic book Joker to life to the big screen. I think the thing that I love the most is that you can really see how his portrayal of Joker inspired actors after him. I mentioned it in the reaction, but I do, when I think back to Heath Ledger's Joker, and then I also think back to Cameron Monaghan playing Jerome in Gotham, you can tell that they both must have watched Jack Nicholson's Joker like many, many, many times, and used bits and pieces of his portrayal in their own portrayals, and I love that. I just love the voice, the laughing, the dancing, the body language, the facial expressions, everything was excellent. The variety of outfits and just how they looked were really cool, and I want to give props to the costume designers in this movie. Definitely my favorite scene with Joker was the museum scene where him and his buddies were dancing to that music and throwing paint everywhere. You had the guy carrying the boombox and they were just like having a blast, and poor Vicky Vale is just kind of standing there like, what the fuck? And definitely the best Joker line in the movie for me was Vicky going, "You're insane," and Joker going, "I thought I was a Pisces." Oh my gosh, that totally was unexpected, made me crack up. Typically my favorite lines in movies are ones like that, where it's just so out of left field and completely unexpected and just gets you cracking up, because that was that for me. All right, I'm gonna talk about Michael Keaton and Kim Basinger, I don't know how to say her last name, as Batman and Bruce and Vicky. I will admit that Michael Keaton's portrayal was not as fun for me. Him acting as Batman just wasn't really a huge sell for me. Some scenes were fine, but overall, I just wasn't super excited seeing him as Batman. I do think his portrayal of Bruce Wayne was better, but when I think about it overall, I also kind of still feel just meh and okay about it, and nothing like super, I don't know. It wasn't like super exciting for me. It's kind of a shame because I really do love Michael Keaton, but that's just how I feel. Kim portraying Vicky Vale was also just kind of okay for me. Her character didn't really interest me too much. I also think the romance between her and Bruce, like there was some cute moments, but the romance overall just didn't sell me. And I don't know what the time portrayal of this movie was, but it feels like they went from a first date and like just meeting to I love you and I want you to love me too in like 2 days. I do think her character could have been a lot more interesting, but it just wasn't there for me, and I feel like we could have had a lot more screen time with Joker, even though Joker was a huge presence in this movie. I don't know. I feel like that could have all been handled a little bit better. Kind of overall, I feel like this was a really good Joker movie, but kind of just a meh Batman movie. I definitely prefer the Dark Knight trilogy. I definitely prefer the TV show Gotham over this, just how I feel. That being said, this is a movie that I actually could see myself watching again. All right, as for Batman Returns, I do know that that is the next movie after this one. I do not know when I'm gonna get around to watching it. I do not plan on watching it back to back like I did some of the other series that I've watched on my channel. I am gonna break out and continue to do some standalone films. I will definitely add Batman Returns to the watch list though, so please do not spoil anything about that movie for me, because I would like to go into that one knowing as little as possible. The only thing I do know is that Michael Keaton returns as Batman in that movie. For those of you that are still watching, I would love to know what you think of this movie. Do you love it? What are the reasons why? Do you not care for it? I would also love to know the reasons why. Just remember to keep things respectful in the comments and respect everyone's opinions. And with that, I think that concludes this first time watching Batman 1989 video. So thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to watch this with me. And if you are not yet subbed to the channel, please click over here to do so. And if you would like to continue watching, please click over here. And with that, I will wish you all a wonderful rest of your day, night, weekend, weekday, whatever time and day it is for you. Take care, everyone.